Will the House please come to order and members kindly take their seats? Good morning. In lieu of a devotional today, will you please join me in a moment of silence? Will you please rise as Paige Winnie Liu of Montpelier leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members, we have 16 House bills for introduction today. With that, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only?
Madam Speaker, I make a motion to suspend rules in order to introduce bills by number only.
The member from Poultney moves that we suspend our rules to introduce bills by number only. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have suspended rules to introduce bills by number only. Please listen to the first reading of bills by number only.
H775.
To general and housing.
H776.
To healthcare.
H777.
To education.
H778.
To environment.
H779.
To education.
H780.
To judiciary.
H781.
To judiciary.
H782.
To education.
H783.
To commerce and economic development.
H784.
To commerce and economic development.
H785.
To human services.
H786.
To judiciary.
H787.
To environment.
H788.
To transportation.
H789.
To transportation.
And H790.
As the House Committee on Appropriations Budget Adjustment Act, this bill is placed on the calendar for notice on the next legislative day pursuant to House Rule 48. We have a joint resolution to take up at this time. JRH 7 is a joint resolution strongly supporting the existing U.S.-Denmark treaty related to Greenland and opposing American efforts to secure sovereignty over the island, offered by Representative Greer of Bennington and others. Please listen to the reading of the resolution by title only.
JRH 7, joint resolution strongly supporting the existing U.S.-Denmark treaty related to Greenland and opposing American efforts to secure sovereignty over the island.
Now, this resolution has been read for the first time and it is treated like a bill and referred to the Committee on Government Operations and Military Affairs pursuant to House Rule 52. Members, we have received a request to read a House concurrent resolution that the House and Senate adopted pursuant to the consent calendar. HCR 162 is a House concurrent resolution congratulating the 2025 Colchester High School Lakers Division II championship football team. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
Whereas football is an inherently rough and tumble game, not known for its gentleness and grace, and the 2025 Division II championship contest played in South Burlington, featuring the third-seeded Colchester Lakers and the fifth-ranked Fairhaven Slaters, epitomized this description. And whereas, despite an afternoon filled with a plethora of fumbles and turnovers, each squad exhibited true gridiron grit, which reflected the intensive engagement of all the players. And whereas in the first half, a clear victor did not initially emerge, as while the Lakers assumed the opening 7-0 lead, the Slaters soon surpassed Colchester with a temporary 12-7 scoring advantage. But Colchester concluded the first half on top, 14-2, and it remained ahead for the balance of the game, winning the Division II title with a well-earned 27-20 victory. And whereas the confident Lakers who won Colchester's first football championship since 2009, were Jackson Odell, Parker Walker, Liam McHugh, Hugh Seidner, Paxton Luffel, Maxon Richardson, Landon Hogan, Sawyer Cyphers, Connor Danaher, Gunnar Perrin, Michael Thomason, Colton Lefebvre, Dylan Jacobs, Logan Frechette, Brody Coppins, Christian McInerney, Severin Dykeman, Barrett Eckert, Jake Robar, Mason Sheltra, Miles Degree, Tristan Fredette, Eric Rock, Tyler Reed, Noah Abbott, Sawyer Eitcham, Jake Marchessault, Tucker Mitchell, Calvin Ely, Sawyer Collins, Austin Cassidy, Miles Anders, Dylan Neely, Dom Shiflety, Spencer Sartell, Sebastian Vertbach, and Aiden Gamlin. And whereas head coach Tom Perry and assistant coaches Mike Bombardier, Brennan Carney, Nick Corrigan, Anthony Dennis, Bobby Hamlin, Malcolm Hoosman, Ryan O'Hara, and Bailey Olson expertly advised and mentored the team throughout the thrilling 2025 football season. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the General Assembly congratulates the 2025 Colchester High School Lakers Division II Championship football team. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be directed to send a copy of this resolution to Colchester High School.
Are there any announcements? Member from Colchester.
You have heard the reading of a resolution recognizing the Colchester High School football team for winning the 2025 Division II State Championship. This football team delivered a season to remember. Through hard work, discipline, and unwavering teamwork, these student athletes rose to every challenge and represented their school and community with pride. It is my great honor to introduce this team and their coaches and their athletic director to the Vermont Legislature.
Will the guest of the member from Colchester please rise and be recognized? Member from Bradford.
Madam Speaker, I have two friends in the balcony today, Mel Kemper and Allie Clayton, who help keep me sane outside of this building. And please help me welcome them to the People's House.
Will the guest of the member from Bradford please rise and be recognized? Are there any further announcements, member from Burlington?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The member from East Montpelier and I had introduced HCR 174, which is in the concurrent resolution addendum and is not being read. But the HCR 174 recognizes today as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. 81 years ago on this day, Auschwitz was liberated. And that was a really huge deal because most everybody that went to Auschwitz was killed. I want to just remind people that over 11 million people were murdered by the Nazi regime during World War II, including 5 million, in addition to the 6 million Jews, 5 million others were murdered, including Roma people, people with disabilities, LGBTQ plus individuals, Soviet prisoners of war, Polish civilians, Jehovah's Witnesses, and others. And today, they estimate that there were only 196,000 survivors of the Holocaust that are still alive. We know that hatred lives today still, and it's really important to remember this day. My mom's best friend, where she lives in her senior housing, was a little girl that was, she and her family were picked up in Romania and were on their way to Auschwitz. But my mom's friend Marta had the measles, and so they ended up sending her to Bergen-Belsen instead, where she actually interacted with Anne Frank fairly regularly. But that probably saved her life because most of the children at Auschwitz were killed. So again, there's way too much hatred and discrimination in this world against Jews and others, and it's a good reminder that we do not want to repeat these horrible lessons from the past. So thank you.
Will members please rise for a moment of silence and remembrance? Member from Cambridge.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Rural Caucus will be meeting tomorrow morning, Wednesday, from 8 to 8:45 in room 10 and on Zoom. We will be continuing our discussion on municipal authority and agriculture, as well as the rollout of Act 181. Legislators will also be able to share rural-related bills that they've been working on. All are welcome.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none. Orders of the day. Members, we will begin with House Bill 508, which is an act relating to approval of amendments to the Charter of the City of Burlington. Please listen to the third reading of the bill.
H 508, an act relating to approval of amendments to the Charter of the City of Burlington.
The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have passed the bill. Up next is House Bill 532, which is an act relating to mandatory retirement of college professors. The bill was referred to the Committee on General and Housing, which recommends that the bill ought to pass. The member from Calais, Representative Mahaly, will speak for the committee. Please listen to the second reading of the bill.
H 532, an act relating to mandatory retirement of college professors.
Member from Calais.
Madam Speaker, this bill is a technical correction that brings Vermont law into compliance with longstanding federal law on age discrimination. For more than 3 decades, the Federal Age Discrimination in Employment Act has prohibited mandatory retirement based solely on age, and that included tenure faculty in higher education. A contrary provision in Vermont law remained unnoticed until spotted by the sharp eyes of our Legislative Council a few months ago. That Vermont Code section, contrary to the applicable federal law, allows Vermont institutions of higher education to require professors to retire at age 70. In reality, Vermont institutions of higher education have simply followed the federal law. This bill, H 532, simply strikes the relevant Vermont Code section, thus making Vermont law and federal law consistent with each other. This struck section is in section 1 of the bill at 32 VSA section 495G. The committee heard from Legislative Counsel. The committee recommends that the bill be adopted by a vote of 10-01. Madam Speaker, I apologize now for any appearance of conflict that may occur since I am an emeritus professor and I am over 70, but alas, I did agree to, at the request of Legislative Counsel, to carry this bill, and I ask the support of the body.
The question is, shall the bill be read a third time? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and third reading is ordered. Members, our final bill on our action calendar today is Senate Bill 23, which is an act relating to the use of synthetic media in elections. Member from Virgins.
Madam Speaker, your Committee on House Government Operations and Military Affairs requests that we postpone action on S23 one legislative day.
The member from Virgins moves that we postpone action on Senate Bill 23 for one legislative day. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you have postponed action on Senate Bill 23 for one legislative day. Members, that completes the orders of the day. Are there any announcements? Member from Wolcott.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Older Vermonters Caucus will meet tomorrow in room 10 at noon. We will hear from Dr. Jill Bowen, Commissioner of the Department of Disabilities, Aging and Independent Living, and Angela Smith-Jang, the Deputy Commissioner, who will share updates and initiatives at the department impacting older Vermonters and the Aging Services Network, including accomplishments in 25 and looking ahead to 26. Topics will include multi-sector plan on aging, Age Strong Vermont, workforce initiatives, housing, and efforts to stabilize and strengthen the long-term care system. Room 10 tomorrow at noon. Thank you.
Are there any further announcements? Member from Essex Junction.
Madam Speaker, House Democrats will caucus in room 11 starting at 10:40. And I want to announce to the body that we have a special guest joining us today. Congresswoman Becca Balint will be there around 11.
Member from Poultney.
Madam Speaker, House Republicans will caucus 10 minutes after adjournment in room 10.
Member from Burlington.
Madam Speaker, the House Progressives are not having a caucus this week. Thank you.
The chair has one announcement, just a reminder that we are going to be meeting now at 3:30 p.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So you will now start hearing me asking for motions to adjourn for 3:30. Any further announcements? Seeing none, member from Poultney, can you please offer us a motion to adjourn until Wednesday, January 28th at 3:30 p.m.
Madam Speaker, I make a motion this body stand in adjournment until Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 3:30 p.m.
You have heard the motion. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and this body stands in adjournment until tomorrow at 3:30.